We were gonna do full asshole nudity, but instead...
Records.
Hello and welcome to Records, where we review records. As you can see, this week... This week, we're reviewing the best-selling album of all time, Michael Jackson's Thriller, because it is Halloween week. And I just associate this album as Halloween, because...
It's not really Halloween like
yeah.
Thriller.
But every year, in high school, we always did a variety show, Chill or Thriller, and we always did a dance to Thriller, so it just is synonymous for me with Halloween, even though it's not like a spooky album at all.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah. This is Michael Jackson's, well, it was Michael Jackson's second full-length album, a solo album, released in 1982, and it is the best-selling album of all time with about 130 million sales, which is like the second most albums like in the 80s, millions. So, this is my 10th favorite album of all time, like, so it is in my top 10, so I'm very biased. Let's get started, shall we?
The only top 10 this album belongs in is top 10 worst.
Make America Great Again, folks. Number 1, it has nine songs, so we'll be rating it out of 9. The first song is I wanna be starting something, got to be starting something. Wanna be starting something, got to be starting something. Handing it over, something in the boom boom, something middle, something. I love my baby, I go to point. I like it. I think it's catchy.
It was the only song on the album that I thought was mildly catchy.
So,
we'll never, ever listen to that song again. No point.
Oh.
Like, it was mildly like, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, the entire time I'm just like, and I'm like, shut the.
Well, I think it's a good. I like it. I think it's a good song.
Nope.
Not one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, but it's still a good fucking song, and it's like I'm not gonna like. I listen to this album actually a lot. This vinyl, actually, in and of itself, is one of my prized possessions. An original pressing of the best-selling album of all time in such good condition. A+. Next track is Baby Be Mine. Another great song. So baby be mine, baby you gotta be mine. Oh, da, da. I like it. It's a good song. I mean, there's not really much else to say about it. It's just a good, catchy song.
I laughed in the middle of it because it was so bad. Like, nobody was around, I just laughed by myself, wondering how anybody could like this. I hate Michael Jackson, if that wasn't abundantly clear. No point.
Oh.
Did you give it a point?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a point. The next song is The Girl Is Mine, which is a duet with Paul McCartney of the Beatles. So
Awful.
Two things that RJ hates.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, fucking hate the Beatles, fucking hate Michael Jackson, this is bound to be bad, and it was.
I like it. I think it's like a lighthearted, like silly, like ha ha oh Paul, like they talk to each other in the middle of it. I like it. I think it's a good song. Like I think like outside of it, like I think it's a good song. Like especially after like the little talking part where they're like, I don't believe it, mine, the girl is. I like it. I think it's a good song. I don't know. I just point.
No point.
The next is Thriller, so obviously it gets a point. This song is so nostalgic for me. One of the best music videos of all time, like in terms of sales and promotional wise. Like one of the Michael Jackson pioneered music videos, like undeniably. Like that is just a fact. Like his music videos created like stories, and like historically this album is so important, and especially Thriller. You have to give it a point. I know you won't, but I think it's a good song. And I think it's a great dance song. We dance to it every year in show choir, and it's very nostalgic to me, and I have to give it a point.
I don't want to have to say it. Most overrated song of all time.
can you at least acknowledge that this?
It was an important album, I guess, because it influenced a lot of people, even people I like this album. I don't.
This song and this music video were like pioneers in the industry. Like you can at least admit that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give it a point because I'll never listen to it.
Next is Beat It, which
awful. Was it about masturbation?
No. It's like, get out of here, you better beat it, beat it, beat it.
That's so cheesy.
Yeah, well, it was 1982.
The entire album is so cheesy.
I mean, I disagree, but I think...
You cannot disagree that it's cheesy.
Well, yeah, to say, like, beat it, beat it.
I hate it.
I like it. I think Beat It is a good song. It was on Guitar Hero. That's...
Yeah, and I, never played it on Guitar Hero.
Well...
How could that song be on Guitar Hero? Like,
Do you know Michael Jackson made $105 million this year?
He's fucking dead.
I know.
Oh my god. It just pisses me off because he's so fucking overrated. He's a child molester.
No.
Why do people forget about that?
I gave it a point.
No point.
Next is Billie Jean, which is like other than Thriller, like the most iconic song on the album. One of my favorites. He did the fucking moonwalk during this song. Hang on.
Moonwalk's cool.
Yeah, the moonwalk's cool. He did it for the first time in this song, performing this song. I love this song. Billie Jean, it was in fucking Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That's the first time I ever heard it, and it's like, just listening to it, I'm immediately like, I'm in the car with fucking Ken Rosenberg, and we're going, because it's playing in the very first mission. When it opens up, and you're driving back to the law offices with Ken Rosenberg, he gets out of the car, and then that's when you can start driving by yourself, and that's what's playing, unless you change the radio. And I love it. It's soups nostalgic. I love this song. Probably my favorite Michael Jackson song. And that's a lie. I lied. But I gave it a point.
If I were going to give any song on this album a point, it would be this song. But I'm going to give it like a quarter point.
This doesn't.
That is a RECIDS first. It gets a quarter point.
0.25. Alright. Next is Human Nature. I love this song. I think it's actually like really beautiful. I love like I just think it's a good song, and I give it a point. There's not really much to say about it. I just think it's boring. A good song.
That was really boring. I hate this album. You really hate me.
Would you give it a point?
No.
Next is PYT, Pretty Young Thing. I like it.
Why is this a song?
I don't know, but I do like it, and I gave it a point.
Did you really like the song?
Yeah, I do like PYT. Pretty young thing, repeat after me, you say na na na. It's weird. It's like, by today's standard, like, this album would not
probably if this were released today,
but like, this was a great album, and like, I appreciate it, and I do think it's like, I genuinely like all of these songs. Like, I'm not just giving them a point to like counteract you not giving them a point. I'm not giving them a point because they're like historic. I'm just saying, like, I like them and I genuinely listen to them.
Let's talk about the last track.
Did you give PYT a point?
No, I didn't. I didn't give PYT a point.
The final song is The Lady in My Life, which is my least favorite song on the album.
Yeah, me too.
But I still give it a point because it's still a good song.
You think it's a good song?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's like a love song. It's like...
It doesn't...
He's gay!
It doesn't... Well, maybe. He was married. Twice.
That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't close out the album well, but I do like it. Do you give it a point?
No.
Oh.
So I gave it 9, RJ gave it 0.25 out of 9, which makes it for 9.25 out of 18, which is 51%. Which means this is better than The Hawk and also Black Lines, and I agree, but I rated it high enough to put it in my top 10. And
we should know I don't like this. Like,
yeah.
I would not like this.
Anyway, let's talk about packaging.
Ew. Can we admit that the album cover is disgusting?
It's weird.
It's ugly.
It's a little weird, but it's...
He's an ugly person. It's an ugly album cover.
I've masturbated to this before. I'm ashamed to say. I had a poster of this when he died hanging behind my TV, and for whatever reason I was like, what if Michael Jackson fucked me? Like, what if I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
I don't know, but I think it's an alright album cover.
Open it up.
But then it gets real gay inside.
That's real gay. Who told him, like, yeah, just lay down here, like, with a suit on, a white suit, and...
Yeah.
Here, have this tiger.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
I hate you. And then they got the track listing on the back. And this is the first edition pressing, but it also came with the actual original sleeve, which has artwork that Michael Jackson actually drew for the... Like, this is for The Girl Is Mine. I guess that's Paul McCartney. Ugly. And then back on the back is Thriller. The artwork they drew for Thriller with all the lyrics. So, I mean, I think I love this album. I paid $20 for it. Well worth it, because it's, you know, it's I mean, it's the best-selling album of all time, and it's fucking iconic, and it's in such great condition. Like, how could I not, like, get it? Like, and I wanted it. I can't get the motherfucker back in the sleeve.
Is that it about the...
Thriller.
Get it!
So that's it for this episode of RECIDS. Next week we're reviewing
Love Beach
by
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
one of RJ's favorite bands, one of his least favorite albums. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'ma go kiss you.
Ella le gusta